And they waiting on me, so when I die, I'm going. So I'm not going nowhere. So I'm just telling you all, I'm not going nowhere. Now y'all making some place to go. I don't have nowhere else to go but 2213 San Luis Avenue. And I see all this stuff going on. Now I'm reporting it. Thank you, Ms. Greenwood, and thank you for letting the chief. I want you to know, Mayor. I want you to know, Councilwoman, and City Man, I want you to know. Okay? Now everybody know now. I'm gonna see what's going to happen.
Chief, do you want to speak to your efforts to curtail this activity?
Yeah, we went up there. We was doing the details, so we did go up there yesterday, but it's ongoing. And I agree with Councilman Mosley that we run them off the corner, they come back. The state's attorney have had a few people that they charged with long form misdemeanors, but it's only might be a handful out of 10. It is a problem because if we send them away, they'll come back. But it's just we're going to go up there as much as we can. I went up myself, ran them off the bus stop. So I mean, if it takes bringing them in, constantly bringing them in, I think it's hopefully we can do where we got a few charged with a long form and they kept them for a few days. We can do the rest of them like that. So it's ongoing.
Thank you.
Councilman Mosley did speak to that yesterday, and I spoke with the chief about it, and they reacted very quickly, so he has an ongoing plan to address it. Thank you, Mr. Mosley.
Thank you.
Well, Chief, we want to thank you for having an ongoing plan. And let me assure the citizens that we don't intend on losing our business on 25th Street. So that means that, you know, the people who are causing the problem have to go. I assure you that Chief and Council has heard what we needed to hear, but we see it ourselves each and every day. So we want to make sure that we keep our business there by making sure that those lots, there's no loitering, there's no activity around those areas that should be there. Okay, all right. Do we have any more city council comments before I make my?
I have just, can we contact someone? I was going to speak to, I guess, the city manager or public works about the election signage that we still have around the city. I think it's, I can't think, he ran for Senate. I can't think of his name now. Harris.
Yes.
His signs are still in different spots around the city, so could we contact him or have somebody just pick them up? Thank you.
Okay. I have a few comments before we go to our citizens' comments. The City of East St. Louis will be hosting Mother of the Year Awards, celebrating strength and character in our community. On Sunday, May 8th, 2016. I'm encouraging all who are interested to please enter the contest. You must complete and submit a nominating form along with a 500-word or less essay. Nominating forms may be picked up in the office of the mayor on the 3rd floor of the municipal building or the office of the city clerk on the 1st floor, which is located at 301 River Park Drive, East St. Louis, Illinois. To qualify, your essay must explain why your nominee would make an excellent candidate. We're looking for mothers who have a proven commitment to their families and the community of East St. Louis. And I know we have some very strong, resilient, nurturing mothers in the city of East St. Louis. So please, if you have the sweetest mom in East St. Louis, nominate her. The first prize is $1,000, the second runner-up is $500, and the third is $300. So just something as an incentive to nominate your mom, or you know, if you have a mom that you know about who is the sweetest mom, get involved in this, and it will be on May 8th, 2016. What time? It's on here.
3 p.m., ma'am.
3 p.m. There we go. Wanted to make sure I got it right.
Deadline for the application is the 22nd of this month.
Yes. And Father Center Meet and Greet. We take the F from Father and place it in family. April 18th, 2016, the Unity Lutheran Christian Elementary School will host the Father's Meet and Greet. It's at 3:30 p.m. to 5 p.m. The event will include light refreshments, prizes, and giveaways. So all of these flyers are available at the desk if you would like to get one and read everything in full detail. We have the 3rd annual Connecting the Mind and Body event that will happen this Saturday, April 16th. And make sure you get a flyer for that. And we also have Jackie Joyner Kersey Community Health Jam, Friday, April 22nd, 2016, from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. At the JJK Community Center. And also we have flyers for that as well. So don't miss out on the activities that we have going on to support not only our community, but the families in our community, our children, our mothers, our fathers. Let's get involved in the positive things that are happening in our city. So at this time, we're going to go to our citizens' comments.
Mayor, can I ask
Oh.
you some questions? That father at the school, explain, do that again for me.
It's April 18th.
April 18th.
Yes, it's at Unity Lutheran Christian Elementary School. That's the 1600 North 40th Street.
Okay. And, Mayor, will you mention, just mention that the citizens, that stickers are due and they're gonna get a ticket?
I'll turn it over to Madam Clerk.
Wheel tax
The
stickers.
wheel tax stickers, yes.
The wheel tax stickers have been on sale since January the 2nd of this year. By state statutes, they have to be on sale for 45 days, allowing people for bad weather. They have been on sale for more than 90 days. The deadline was April the 4th. We extended it to the end of that week to allow people who get Social Security, pension checks, and everything. So now, after this deadline, it is a $10 late charge. And that charge started this past month. And we are also hooked up to the Secretary of State's vehicle registration. So at the end of this month, we can send out letters because we'll know exactly who has bought a sticker and who hasn't. So we'll be sending out letters pretty soon to those who have.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. So if you don't have your wheel tax sticker, make sure you go ahead and get that. At this time, we're going to have our citizens' comments. We have Mr. Alfonso Neely, and we want to remind our citizens that you have 3 minutes.
Good evening, council,
Good
Good
evening.
evening.
and city manager and city officials. What I come here for today is that every time it rains at my house on 2501 Bellevue, I don't be saying, look, this is like standing water everywhere. And so I really should be talking to the public works official even here. But I just want to know when he's going to help do some project. I've been talking, complaining for 2 years. I got the picture. You just look at the water. It's sitting there, it stayed there for 3 or 4 days. And in the summertime, you know, standing water attracts mosquitoes and bugs and stuff. So, you know, that's the only thing I got about standing water. Sit there for 3 or 4 days. That's pretty much all.
What's that address?
2501 Bellevue Avenue.
Mr. Neely. We want to thank you for coming. I'm sorry you had to come down here under these type circumstances. Ms. Clemens has recorded your address, and I'm sure she will do everything that she can in her power to address that issue. Probably, Ms. Clemens?
Yes.
Do you want to talk with
I
Mr. Neal?
really want his name and where's the location, yes, we can look into it, yes.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Ms. Thelma Williams?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. My concern is that of the annual treasurer's report. East St. Louis, as most, if not all, other municipalities in the state of Illinois, is now in its new fiscal year. As such, the city's attention was drawn to the requirements of the annual treasurer's report. As required by Illinois statute, within 6 months at the end of each fiscal year, the municipal treasurer must prepare a statement of receipts and disbursements. This statement is known as the annual treasurer's report, and its requirements are found in Chapter 24, paragraph 3-10-5.1 to 3-10.5-4 of the Illinois Revised Statute. The annual municipal treasury report of East St. Louis was completed and published in the local newspaper, the East St. Louis Monitor, of March 24 to 30th, 2016, to be specific. The annual municipal treasury report is to contain the following information: a listing of revenues, expenditures, and changes to government forms, a listing of all vendors receiving more than $2,500 by name and amount, the total amount disbursed to vendors receiving under $2,500, the name and gross amount received in compensation of each elected official and employee. It is the lack of specificity that I observed during my review of the published article in each of the required 4 areas in the reference report that is of concern to me. However, at this time, I will focus on the lack of specificity as it relates to the employees, while directing attention to the various vendors in the supply chain and the lack of clarity as it relates to goods and services each supplier, enterprise, vendor contributed for inventoriable purposes to the city of East St. Louis. It is difficult, if not impossible, to track a vendor without vendor compliance check or vendor quality audits. Illinois Public Act 97-609 requires that employers participating in the Illinois Municipal Retirement Fund to list the total compensation package for each employee making over, that is to say, having a total compensation package that exceeds $75,000 per year. Total compensation is defined by the Illinois Public Act 97-609 as payment of salary, health insurance, housing allowance, vehicle allowance, clothing allowance, bonuses, loans, vacation days granted, and sick days granted. My question: why were total compensation packages as defined by Public Act 97-609 not published in the aforementioned publishing? I thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Williams. Our treasurer is not here tonight, but we will definitely check into the specificity of the treasurer's report.
Pardon me.
Did you put We will look into the issue that you have addressed, Ms. Gibbs, as it relates to the treasury report. Ms. Lily Butler? Go on.
I relinquished mine because of the fact that what I was gonna speak about, especially I have some more stuff, and I just got this before I got here, so I was gonna give it to her first before I present it now.
Okay.
Because she could probably,
Address
the problem.
Okay.
Yeah, she's just so problem in everything in the last one, and those people out, I'm gonna do it for her.
Okay. Mr. Lonnie Slater?
Honorary Mayor, Councilman, City Manager, citizens, good evening.
Good evening.
My complaint is so old, it's almost old as I am. I got married in 1960. My name is Lonnie Slater, of course. I got married in 1960. I moved out into the neighborhood, I'm in now, in 1963. That's 539 North 30th. The street I'm complaining about, they come down through there in 1963, put up all the stumps out of the sidewalks and everything. Said they was gonna come back and pave the streets. See nothing of it. Nobody showed up. And then all thing they been telling me, you're on the list. So I'd like to know about when you all think you will get enough of potholes down to the street and everything, you know. That's not the only street that needs it, but no one needs it, man.
Ms. Clemens? It's 539 North 30th Street.
539.
Down from the Armory, straight down the street from the Armory, go straight down.
539 North 30.
Mr. Clemens, just do that to Ms. Clemens, so she can have my name. Ms. Clemens. And just deal that out.
Mr. Slater, we want to apologize that the street has been like that since 1963. The year I was born.
Yeah, that's it. You come down and put a tire once in a while, and the truck not up in a day. That's it.
I assure you that we do have someone working on your behalf. Ms. Clemens will address it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Dorothy Joshua.
Good evening, Councilman.
Good evening.
Good evening.
City Manager and citizens. I just have a few things because Councilman Mosley at the last meeting talked about how I come to council meeting very negatively, which I enjoy doing, and it's my lifelong mission to do. But since you all made the decision to hire a city manager, you diffused my anger. So I'm not gonna be negative tonight. I'm gonna put a positive spin on all my negative energy. I've noticed that there are 11 trash cans out in front of City Hall. Most people don't know that the front of City Hall is not the entryway that we walk through, it's the other side. And there is 9 there and it's 2 the front. But there are none throughout the city. So maybe the city manager would like to look into that issue and put some in the most areas of downtown, the most challenging areas of East St. Louis, like the downtown area could use about 4, and then 25th Street could use a couple of other areas, about 83rd and State Street where the service station at, where Anthony Neely's place is. That's notorious for trash because there is a bus stop there, you know. And I noticed when I go up West Main, they have some throughout West Main. and they are, most of them are chained up to either a bus stop or a bench or something. So maybe some of those 11 trash cans that are in front of City Hall could be dispersed. Thank you. That's one of the issues. And one of the other things that I'm gonna positively talk about is that State Street. I've noticed from 83rd and State Street all the way down to 6th Street, there's 25 stop signs, and including 3 red lights. So maybe, and it still doesn't stop the accidents that occur. And that little boy, I'm still dealing with his death. So if we can look into, if not more police protection is really is needed, because we have 44 officers, 28 patrol. But if we could maybe take some of the, well, not take some of the stop signs up, but just to let you know that there are 25 stop signs, and it still has not stopped the speeding, it has not stopped the vehicles from having accidents or kids getting hit or injured. Summertime is coming up and kids are gonna be out. That's the other thing I want to talk about. And the last thing I wanted to talk about, everybody that knows me know that I have 4 things on my agenda, which is murders, liquor stores, public safety, and code enforcement. Thus far this year, we've had only 2 murders, which we should have 2 for the year, but we're thankful for the 2 because we have not had 2 murders since 2005. This time, so that's a good thing. The liquor stores, there are still too many, so maybe a cap or something could be put on that. I don't know, but maybe that's something that you all would consider. And code enforcement, trash pickup is still a problem, and I did bring a picture to show trash on my street, but this is my street. I'm sure other citizens can complain that they have the same problem on there. So I really do not want you all to just focus on me. So maybe trash pickup, everybody don't have trash pickup, and I know that to be true because of the dumping on my street. People are just taking their trash and dumping it in this vacant house, in the backyard of this vacant house. So therefore, people on this street don't have trash pickup. The best way to have everybody, there is a way you can have everybody to have trash pickup, and that's with combining waste management, the list of addresses, combining the sewer, because everybody gets a sewer bill, those addresses, and combining the occupancy permit, everybody that comes in. You match those 3 lists up together and you determine who doesn't have trash pickup from that. And from that, you can figure out who don't have trash pickup and make sure everybody is in compliance. Thank you. Oh, one other thing. Shape by Fire, I do not know our new city manager, but congratulations for you all unanimously. I really appreciate you getting a city manager because that was one of my questions. And I don't know this gentleman, but I know his father, and I do have a signed copy of his book, Shaped by Fire, compliments of his father. So I thank you for that. And Ms. Greenwood, you did mention the signs, and that was going to be one of my concerns too. C.J. Barrett civic signs are still through the city too.
Right.
So that's it. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you, Joshua. We want the citizens to know that every concern is being noted. We may not address everything here and talk about and address each issue that you bring up, but we are writing every issue down, and we will address those issues, and we will let you know how those issues have been addressed. Again, we want to thank you for coming out. We appreciate you for being patient with us tonight. And at this time, I'm going to move to adjourn this meeting.
I make the motion.
Okay, it's been moved by Councilman Mosley, seconded by Councilwoman Hamilton Dean. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilman Mosley.
Yes.
Councilman Hamilton Dean.
Yes.
Councilman Eastern, Councilman Greenwood.
Yes.
Mayor Jackson Hicks.
Yes.
We have 4 ayes and 1 absent.
Meeting adjourned.